All right. So I just had a thought. Um, you want to be careful not to share your dreams with doubters and naysayers. Um, in the earlier stages, right? Until you can get some traction under it. And this is why, because we all understand that we all have an influence on this world. Each individual has influence on this world, whether they believe in it or not. Them being here makes a difference in this world. So these people, so these thoughts and ideas that you have, right, when you put them out there, right, it might, it being in your head is it's motivation for you to continue to strive for it, and you having this positive idea that it can work out. All right, that's motivation for you to go out here every day and figure out what you need to be doing in the world. So, but let's say you start to share this idea and you share it with, let's say, 5 people, right? If out of those 5 people, only four of them even, out of those 5 people, 4 of them think that it's not even possible, right? And one of them says, hey, I think that's a good idea, or at least something worth looking into. Now you have that same idea that was only in your head at one point and had all these positive thoughts aligned with it. Now you have given that idea to these other 5 people, and 4 of them think negatively and think that you're not going to get what you need, or you're not going to be able to achieve that thing, right? So now all 6 of you have influence over that idea, and because the majority of the influence is coming from a negative place, when you was before you told them, you was probably in a place where everything seemed to be working out and everything seemed to be kind of be going in this direction, and you feel like because you understood that you can go in this direction with it, right? And that's how you built and developed the dream of what you want to be. And you say, hey, this is something I feel life is moving this direction. I can move in that direction also. And you know what I'm saying? And you created an idea of how that would look. That's how you got your dream. And when you, because of that, because it was relatable to you, of course it made sense to you. And every time you look around, bam, it worked out. Stuff was lining up because it was lining up with your life, right? It was your dream. Once you shared it, now the majority of the people that has access to this dream, right, that is aware of this dream, thinks negatively towards it, right? So then what happens is stuff in your life start making it seem like, okay, this is not what you should be doing. This is not what you should be striving for. Because somebody might say something like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. You know what I'm saying? Or something might happen here that prevents you from moving forward for a moment. And you're like, maybe I shouldn't. But that's not what's happening. What's happening is those negative thoughts have to be expressed as well, right? Once you share that dream, once you have an idea, once you share an idea, it has to be expressed in as many forms, right? It's going to be, in whatever form it is expressed, is going to show itself as, right? So if it's a negative content, then what you're going to get, the experiences you're going to get are going to be negative. But not because your dream isn't a good thing or it's not something that you can achieve, because you definitely can. The thing is, you have other people working against you now, other energy working against you, right? And it could, 9 times out of 10 it'll be, or 10 times out of 9 it'll be out of their out of their ignorance, right? So the reason they don't believe in it because of a certain level of ignorance that they have to what you are privy to. I think that's the word, privy to. Like, your experiences are different, so you have a database of knowledge that allows you to see that this thing is possible. But because they don't have that database of knowledge, but you just told them something that's possible, that you know is possible, it's gonna seem impossible to them. You know what I'm saying? So be careful about who you share your dreams with, especially if they you know that they can't see in a distance. You know what I'm saying? They're nearsighted. You know what I'm saying? They don't worry about what's going on now. They don't worry about their problems, whatever case may be. You know what I'm saying? Those aren't people you want to share your dreams with. You want to share your dreams with other people who's building toward the future. You know what I'm saying? They building toward the future. Maybe if y'all work together in some area of y'all lives, not for the rest of y'all lives or consistently. You know what I'm saying? But there might be some partnership that you have with some other person, and because they think forward and you think forward, y'all realize that y'all can help each other get to the next point or make a process of this thing easier, right? Share your dreams and vision with people like that, but it takes time to get to know people like that. You know what I'm saying? For one, you have to develop yourself and stay true to that dream, so that people, when people look at it, when people revise their dream with you, they can see that it's actually working. You know what I'm saying? And that reminds them that, hey, let me stick to what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? It kind of motivates each other because the dream is still true. When you hear so many stories, whether it's true or not, you start to believe them, right? Because your mind has the capacity to manifest whatever it can perceive, right? So if you tell it something, it's going to remember that as something, right? So if people telling you these stories as something, and they all lies, I mean, at some point you might even think of yourself a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have to question yourself. I don't know, am I doing really what I say I'm doing? I know. So protect your dream. Share it wisely, right? Build a barter system or a syndicate. Build that and grow off that. You don't have to be in a relationship with everybody. You don't have to be involved in everything. You know what I'm saying? Pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? That's what defines our future, man. Everybody individually pick and choosing what they want to be defined as, how they want to live their lives, and making that their life purpose every day. Working towards that. And by them working towards, you can't tell me if you don't do that every day that you won't eventually get to where you're supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? It might be some bad karma to come with it, because a lot of times we tell the world what we want to do before we do it. So now the world gets influence on how that is to be done. You know what I'm saying? Oh, cause you heard we was going swimming. You heard I wanted to fly. So you gonna tell me how flying is done? No, listen. I ain't even tell you how I'm gonna do it. You don't know how I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I just told you I was. You assume because you only flown in metal objects that's the only way you can fly. You know what I'm saying? So don't tell. It's not worth telling people that's not gonna help you build towards that thing. You know what I'm saying? They can't share their dream with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine it. Imagine, like, you woke up, you had a fire-ass dream, and you was like, oh, I want to tell your best friend. You go say, I'm going to tell my best friend my dream. This mother fire. We were doing all type of crazy shit in there. And you begin to tell them the story, and they like, nah, I wouldn't even say nothing like that. Or, nah, you wouldn't even do nothing like that. What? Nigga, I'm telling you how the fucking dream was. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you think I can and cannot do. This is what happened. Right? So take that approach. Don't let other people define you.